Hi, everyone. I wrote a little ditty, so bear with me. Thank you to the American Theater Wing and the Jonathan Larson Foundation. My name is Cheeyang, and I am one half of the writing duo, Cheeyang and Eric. I came to America in 2011 with hopes and dreams of being in music, and I never thought that I would end up in theater. The first show that I saw in my school, in my college, was Rent, and I fell in love with Angel, and at the time I didn't have the language or vocabulary to understand why or what it meant to be trans. And today, on this day of Trans Day of Visibility, I can share that being trans, thank you. I can share that being trans means that you are unapologetically yourself, and your existence is resistance, and they want to erase you because you represent infinite multitudes and possibilities. So to quote Jonathan Larson, why do we follow leaders who never lead? Why does it take catastrophe to start a revolution? We can all rise up today and take a stand. As a writer standing at the intersection of queer, Asian, and immigrant stories, I am excited to be continuing Jonathan Larson's legacy with my writing partner, Eric Sorrels, who has to put up with my insanity. I'm so sorry, Eric.
I wanted to say really quickly, 2 years ago, I was 30 and thinking about leaving theater for good. But as it would happen, I ended up in a production of Tick, Tick, Boom in North Carolina. And I feel like Jonathan Larson was speaking to me directly with this exchange. John, who is basically Jonathan, goes, spend another 5 years on a show that doesn't go anywhere? I swear to God, I'll explode. By then, I'll be 35. And then Michael cuts him off and says, 35, 30, who cares? Focus on something important. Do your work. And I genuinely feel like Jonathan was speaking to me and somehow leading me right to this moment. So first and foremost, thank you, Jonathan Larson, for leaving behind an imperative for other young writers to follow. And I hope that I honor his legacy now by shamelessly inviting each of you to my solo show here at Joe's Pub on April 29th. So, and then also thank you to Cheeyang, whose music has inspired me for 8 years, and they believe in me even when I don't believe in myself.
So this song that we're going to do is from The Phoenix, which is a completely unproducible 2-part epic, like Angels in America with Chinese dance. Part 1 asks, who do you become when the art defines you is taken away? And Part 2 asks if it's ever too late to find your purpose again. The 2 parts are about 30 years apart, and this song happens in Part 2. All you need to know is that our protagonist was a brilliant Chinese dancer who got injured and paralyzed in her prime, and the doctor who cured her ended up becoming her husband of 30 years. At the moment of this song, her husband, Howard, has recently passed away, leaving Ruby with the song's title, Questions for Howard. Please welcome to the stage the phenomenal Pearl Sun.
Why didn't you write it down for me? What should I do with the bonsai tree? What should I do? What should I do with your shoes that were falling apart? How should I sort through your patient charts? Should I have worried about your heart? Where do I start? I've got to start, so I box up your things, glasses and rings, stare at the wall, not moving at all. What would you put in to help with the ache from using this makeshift bed, what would you have said? My sister called me today. Somehow she knew before I could say. She thinks it's time I took some time away. But I want to know, just want to know why, just want to know how to fall asleep in